Hi, everybody. Hope you had a good weekend. Weather-wise, it was interesting because we had the surprise snowflake Saturday morning, never turned into anything, and ground temperatures in almost all locations of the valley were above freezing. But that's what happens when moisture comes in a little bit sooner than anticipated. And then today, at least speaking for my own forecast, turned out to be much nicer than I thought it would. We warmed into the upper 40s here in Portland. We got some decent sunshine. Never really got that thick push of low-level moisture that I thought we would. And I thought I'd start with one of my prettier live cameras. Again, I have a live camera resort network. You can check it out on my weather site, 18 strong. Kind of fun to look at the cameras from Central Oregon to wine country to Portland to up in the Kelso Longview area, the gorge. And then here we are along the coast. Nice evening, partly cloudy skies. This is the camera looking south from the inn at Ottercrest in Lincoln County, just a little bit south of Depot Bay, where they obviously had a really, really nice day as well. Okay, I'm going to get to the 7-day and next week, which still looks pretty quiet overall tomorrow through Friday. I touched on this last week or a few days ago when I did a report, and it still looks very likely that we're going to shift gears dramatically a week from this weekend. So next weekend, right now, there's a front that comes in on Saturday. That looks like it opens the door for a much colder couple weeks of weather as February begins, at least through the first 2 weeks. So let me just show you some of the weather models that I look at. This is the European model. This would be February 1st. And what you're looking at here in the green colors of the Northwest. So here's Portland. This is just a sharp trough that's digging down across the West Coast. Here's an upper level low. And that's a cold one, a pressure height of about 516, 519. This would give us a westerly flow, so you would assume that would be rain. But the bigger point here is just that is the first sign of some colder weather starting to move in. And I have a couple other maps. This one, which is the American model, so the point here is most models agree, Canadian, American, European, that we get some cold weather the first part of February. This is actually, let's see here, January 30th through February 6th, an anomaly map that shows you how cold the air mass is at 5,000 feet, which is the main batch of air that we kind of track as forecasters. So in purple, this is all really cold stuff, as much as 20-some degrees below normal. From the Hudson Bay area, knifing down into the Dakotas. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. All the way down into Kansas. And notice, this extends into, Oregon and Washington. And it's these types of setups, these large air masses often eventually kick us into a cold east wind that drives cold temperatures and also can lead eventually to some Pacific moisture coming in and clashing, and then you get some sort of ice or snow. So we're watching that very carefully. The other, let me see here. Okay, there was one more map I was going to show you, but I think that I lost it, but that's okay. You get the idea. Cold air pattern, dramatic switch, the 1st of February that extends into the first 2 weeks of the month. So, and there are a couple snow chances showing up. Days that look like, well, that could be at least a snow mix, depending on wind direction and what the low temperatures are. We could get some accumulation. So nothing concrete, but as forecasters, maybe we have some real winter left as the new month begins. Okay, let's talk real quick about tomorrow into next week. This is the water vapor imagery. This is current. See, overall, this is ridging with the moisture starting to travel up to the north. But see how it's spilling in, the green shades or the heavier moisture? See how that's spilling into our area? So there's a little wave of some heavier moisture that comes in tomorrow morning. It may or may not bring us a shower. So tomorrow either dry or this squeezes out some light precipitation, mainly the morning hours. That's the only thing I'm watching. Otherwise, I have a completely dry forecast tomorrow into Friday. Real quick look at the mountain. They did pick up 6, 7, 8 inches of snow, Meadows and Timberline, yesterday through last night. Today it's been much quieter up there. It's been a pretty good day. They've only picked up an inch of snow during the day. Temps are cold. Timberline 22, Skibo 24, Meadows 28. If you are traveling up there, there's the way government camp looks right now. And this is kind of fun to look at if you're not in it. This is the big line of cars at government camp, everybody coming home from a fun day on the slopes, the temperature of 28 degrees. So they may or may not see some flurries up there tomorrow. Otherwise, dry Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And eventually we're going to be warming up. We get into a temperature inversion and some big ridging. So notice this is Wednesday. Snow level jumps to 6,000 feet. By Thursday into Friday, that snow level is high at 8,000 feet. That will produce some mild afternoon temperatures up there in the 40s. And here's Portland. That shower chance we talked about tomorrow. Some of you, especially with the breaks in cloud cover that we developed, will be down to freezing tomorrow morning. I have Portland at 35, warming to 47. A shower chance, otherwise a dry day. Tuesday, light winds, surface high pressure overhead. Tuesday into Wednesday, ridging aloft. This is very calm weather. 32 to 44, fog, slow clearing. So again, these slow clearing days, if you don't get much sun, you're doing well to hit 40. If all of a sudden we do clear out by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, then you can warm up to 46, 48 degrees. Pretty nice. Wednesday, same deal. Now, Wednesday, it looks like we will start to get some of an east wind picking up in the afternoon. So better confidence that that will clear us out. We jump to 48. We have breezy, but not overly windy, but breezy east winds on Thursday into Friday. That prohibits any fog, and we have a couple sunny days with daytime highs in the 50s, especially on Thursday. Especially on Thursday. This is a warm batch of air. And if you folks in Salem down to Albany and down to Eugene pick up a south wind, you could be looking at temperatures closing in on 60 degrees again. There's a wave of moisture kicks in Friday. Saturday, this is that first front that I'm talking about, bringing showers, 39 to 46. Sunday, above freezing in the morning with a westerly flow, but notice a high of 41. So most or much of Sunday potentially is looking at showery weather with temps in the 30s to 40 degrees. That would be cold enough for at least a wintry shower mix with nothing sticking. And that's the first day that we're kind of watching, and then perhaps some colder weather to follow after that. All right, thanks for subscribing to my YouTube site. Tell your friends about it. That's your update for now. And again, we're especially watching a swing door that could open up much, much colder weather as February begins. The weather site behind me is portlandweather.com. My Facebook page, which I will also post images on and updates, is if you search Portland Weather with my logo, you'll get my Facebook page too. All right, I'll talk to you soon.